Hello, everybody. It's Alex Georgienko here. As always, on Fridays at this time, we are hosting a Friday Alpha League session live on the YouTube. This is a weekly stream during which we are sharing the news from the Aurora ecosystem, different things that are happening, different things that already happened, and different things that are just going to happen. And I welcome you to the new year. And hopefully this year is going to be much, much better than the previous ones, at least a couple of them. I wish all of you prosperity, good health, and let the peace install over our planet in all of the places of the world. So this year started very much intensely, I would say. There are quite a lot of things happening inside of Aurora Labs, our dev company, but there are also a lot of things that are happening inside of the generic Aurora and the big Aurora ecosystem. So, however, we are not able to disregard one of the major things happening in the whole world, and this is the approval by the Securities and Exchange Commission in the US of, as far as I remember, 11 ETF or exchange traded funds for spot Bitcoin. To tell you in short what it means for everybody, the generic retail investors who have been investing in different companies and in different financial products in the US, they did not have an exposure to Bitcoin and to any of the cryptocurrencies unless they were willing to dig into cryptocurrencies very deeply, understand all of the risks, take care of their security by themselves or maybe by the custodians. But all of these investments, they were not integrated into the common way of investing in the US. So, for example, there is no way to invest in Bitcoin within Robinhood, for example, right? So what have changed this week? The thing that changed is that Security and Exchange Commission approved the listing of 11, again, if I remember it correctly, of 11 ETFs. And now these ETFs can be traded directly from all of the usual trading vehicles for everyone in the US. The whole industry anticipates quite a big inflow of the capital into this. But however, this is something that we need to obviously monitor. However, for sure, this move is a very positive move towards the mass adoption of the cryptocurrencies as a whole and in general blockchain technology. I'm super glad that finally our friend Gary admitted that there is some value in this, and these ETFs were approved. So please monitor the situation in case you are into trading. Please monitor the situation carefully. Obviously, make your own decisions. This is not the financial advice to invest in Bitcoin or in any other cryptocurrency. Be on the safe side. However, please be aware that ETFs for Bitcoin are now real and are now a fact. Moving on, so there are, also concluding this stuff. So you would probably find quite a lot of buzz everywhere around this particular news in crypto Twitter, in any outlets, whatever you're reading. There are tons of information about these things, and you will be able to comprehend it. Moving on, the new year is also a good milestone to change some things. So what we decided to do is to maybe do a small revamp of our content. We are working right now internally on figuring out what type of content is the most engaging, what type of the delivery of the content is going to make much more sense for you. How it is, what is the convenient way for you to consume this content? And so from the official Aurora Twitter account, it was a poll launched about the updates and different things that you would like to see in this content that is generated. So I encourage everybody to go there, find out this tweet, and also vote or express your opinion about which type of content is the most relevant for you. So we will be able to fine tune and to deliver things that are relevant and important to you directly. A small recap. I understand that maybe not everybody were able to visit our final stream on 29th of December which was pretty long stream with a recap of everything that has been happening during that year in Aurora and some future plans for the next upcoming year. So first of all, the video is available on the YouTube, so you're able to get there and get much more detail than only this short tweet. However, I would like to stop for just one more time on the plans for the next year for us. So first of all, we've announced that we are developing a new kind of product. You can call it product, or you can call it an enhancement or an additional feature that is called Aurora Shield. The idea behind Aurora Shield is that because of the advanced technology that Aurora has, specifically within the RPC space, you probably remember these free transactions and an ability to have free transactions for specific applications. So because of this advanced technology, we are able to continue utilizing it for some specific applications. And Aurora Shield is a feature or a solution that will help to protect the users from harmful or potentially harmful or some strange transactions happening. So it is going to work the following way. When the user submits a transaction and it goes to the RPC, the public RPC of Aurora, this transaction is going to be analyzed and verified against the history of user transactions. So there is no any specific data that we are using from the user. Everything is just on-chain data here. And in case the transaction seems a little bit strange, or for example, the user, because of some reason, he was never been transferring lots of money, only small amounts, and now he, because of some reason, starts to transfer everything from his account, and this transaction is strange. Now, these strange transactions are going to be graded in two different buckets. One bucket is, you can call it like a yellow bucket. So the transaction is strange. And for such transaction, we would just need a user to think again and actually approve the fact that this transaction is happening. The MetaMask and any other Web3 wallet is going to show an error during the transaction execution. And there will be a link to the Aurora Block Explorer on which the user would be able to click, and there will be a very readable, nice looking error. And then on the Block Explorer, there will be, for this particular transaction, there will be a small kind of note, or there will be a note that this transaction looks suspicious. It went into the yellow bucket. Do you really want to do this? And then the user can click just one button on the on this web page, and then the transaction is going to be performed. Now, the transactions that are highly likely or like extremely likely to be malicious, they are going to get into the other bucket, which is the red bucket. And within this red bucket, the user account or the transactions from the user account are going to be suspended until the moment in time when the user connects connects with the RPC provider, which is Aurora Labs, and would say to us that, you know, everything is okay. Please unpause. So what are these transactions? These are transactions, for example, a transfer of all of the funds into into an account that is tagged as a scam account, for example. So potentially user was lured into malicious website, and instead of doing the transaction on Trisolaris or Origami, this transaction is actually drains all of his balance. And it would be a good thing to some kind of protect against this. So this is that's the thing that user would need to do. This protection is going to work only for people who are using Aurora public RPC, right? So in case you are installed, in case you are using your own RPC, this protection is not going to work for it. And just reminding, Aurora is trustless and permissionless, so anyone is able to run an RPC node. Anyone is able to send transactions through this RPC nodes, and in such a case, obviously there is nothing that anyone is able to do with your transactions. They are going to propagate to the network. However, for the majority of the end users they are using the public RPC, and that is what I recommend everybody to do. And because Aurora Shield is going to be enabled there, again, the experience is going to be straightforward, as always with any products that we are releasing. And we believe that this is a super, super important thing especially for the mass adoption of the blockchain. Yeah, so I hope that you're going to like it. Let's see when this thing is going to be delivered. Besides that, we are working on the VE token economy. Just reminding everybody that last year, Aurora DAO has voted on introduction of the VE token economy in order to distribute the community treasury. There are 200 million of Aurora tokens that are allocated to the community treasury, and we need a truly decentralized way how to distribute these funds towards the growth of the Aurora ecosystem. And VE token economy is the approach how to do this. If you would like to know a little bit more about this, please visit forum.aurora.dev and search there for Aurora 2.0. And you will find the in-depth description of what this thing means. In general, the approach is going to be pretty similar to the Curve token economy. Now, there is one additional thing that is connected with this, which is the vote token. So some people have been asking, what is vote token? What is it for? And most recently, this stream in Aurora Plus for vote token has ended. So the initial idea behind the vote token was that this is going to be a token. This is like an alpha version of this VE token economy, right? And the idea was that we already can start distributing these vote tokens, and later on, using these vote tokens, user will be able to vote for elections of the DAO councils, right? We're going to touch Aurora DAO a little bit later. And maybe also participate in the community treasury management. Now, this idea in the end was, so vote tokens, they do not possess any monetary value at all. They are not traded, and moreover, they are non-transferable. So you're not able to transfer these tokens to other users. Now, because of the VE token economy, an updated version of how this governance should be working, these vote tokens are deemed literally, well, kind of obsolete, right? So there is nothing that you would be able to do with these vote tokens. There are no direct plans for these vote tokens to be used in the future, and it was just a template or like a first step that was implemented back then. But the project governance was adjusted during the way, so these vote tokens they are now obsolete. That's some of the questions that we are receiving. So please don't worry that the stream of vote tokens lapsed. That's not a problem. Nobody is able to trade these tokens. No, you're not missing out on anything. The important thing that is going to be implemented during the next year is the VE token economy, and that is this is going to be the official way how to participate in the decentralized governance of the Aurora. The frenzy of the meme tokens is coming to Aurora too. Besides our long-term meme token Shih Tzu, now there are some additional tokens that are launching, and Aurora Dragon, since we are in the near ecosystem, and now there are quite a lot of dragons that are happening in near. Now there is an Aurora Dragon meme coin. They are going to launch probably soon. Just in case you're into meme coins and you're into this, you're following this, don't miss out on this particular thing. Some updates from the Devhub, the team that is behind the developer relations in the overall Near ecosystem. I encourage everyone who is technical to follow the updates from them. You're able to, so there are some important things that they're doing. Every 2 weeks they're publishing the news update, which is pretty neat. So they are working on different NAPs for security and cross-chain compatibilities, and in general getting better efficiency of the Near protocol, and this efficiency increase is going to directly influence also the Aurora performance too. And because of this, it's super important for us to mention here. So these NAP 491 and NAP 508 are going to help Aurora to get better performance. We are actively participating. The engineer team from Aurora is actively participating in the development of the Near protocol, and that is something that is super important here too. Now, there is an additional question that many people are usually conflating, and I would like to shed some light here, especially in recent times. I would like to shed some light here, right? There is one and only Aurora DAO. There is no there are no other Aurora. There are no two Aurora DAOs and stuff like that. Aurora, you can read about Aurora DAO on aurora.dev/DAO. This DAO is governing the Aurora protocol. And at the moment, this DAO obviously consists of everybody in the Aurora ecosystem, but there are 13 councils that are making decisions in this Aurora DAO at the moment before the VE token economy is implemented. These councils are on the screen at the moment. So there are these very decentralized and very different participants that represent different sides of the Web3 industry as a whole. You can see Aurora Labs is just one of the members, since we are the main engineering force behind Aurora and development of the Aurora. You can see here some VCs, you can see here exchanges, you can see here the DeFi protocols. You're able to see here the wallet and some infrastructure around the network, including RPCs, indexing, block explorer, and stuff like that. So this is a very diverse group of people that is at the moment is holding the overall budget of the DAO, and is making decisions about Aurora and about the evolution of Aurora. For example, this DAO was approving the change of the Aurora token economy to include this VE token economy, right? This is the only existing Aurora DAO, and that is the proper one. However, there are some other DAOs that are utilizing Aurora as a name. For example, there is this DAO that is called Aurora Community DAO at Near Digital Collective. So there is this initiative that is called Near Digital Collective, or NDC. And within this NDC, there is a group of people that is called Aurora Community DAO. They have also their Telegram account and so on. So these are the people that are not making decisions about the development of the Aurora protocol. They are not making decisions on the funding. They are just lovers of Aurora. Many of them have an exposure to Aurora. Some of them have been working for Aurora Labs previously, and they just willing to move the Aurora ecosystem forward and Aurora community forward. So please do not conflate these two things, right? And though some of the goals of the Aurora Community DAO and Aurora DAO are the same, these are different sets of people, and they are responsible for different things. Yeah. This is happening because our world is democratic and open. You're able to launch tomorrow Aurora ETF DAO. You can launch tomorrow Aurora Dragon DAO, and this is just the freedom of speech that is implemented right away. So to everybody, if you're looking for Aurora DAO, the organization, the decentralized autonomous organization that is governing Aurora protocol, you must be looking into the Aurora DAO specifically, not into the Aurora community DAO. Oi to everybody from Portugal, and obrigado to Portugal Forbes for posting an article about different projects to look at in 2024, probably with a specific focus on Portugal. And in that list, Aurora was put on the right after Chainlink on the number 2. Slightly above Solana and some others. So that's the way how Forbes is thinking about this. So yeah, anyway, in case you're from Portugal and you're willing to onboard and read a little bit more about different cryptocurrencies and figure things out about them, this might be a nice article to pay your attention to. And last but not least, saying hello to Aurora Neat guys who are probably connected with a Neat protocol who have launched a couple of weeks ago the inscriptions on Near. Now these guys are coming to the blockchain and they are launching an Aurora Neat, a new inscription protocol. The actual mint date was announced a little bit earlier today, and it is going to happen tomorrow. So for everybody who is into inscriptions and is following these the stuff that is happening there, this is your chance to take a look and try to mint some inscribed tokens for yourself. Again, there are quite a lot of information about inscriptions in general. But in short, these are, the tokens that I attach to a smallest amount of, well, in Bitcoin, they were attached to 1 Satoshi, the smallest amount of Bitcoin, and with some metadata that I attached to it. So similar things, a similar thing people are doing on other blockchains, including Aurora now. So anyway, check it out. Again, not investment advice. I would say to Aurora Neat guys that in case you're going to make the mint, maybe next time you would be able to make it not on the weekend, so it will be a little bit easier for the engineering team to check out the performance of the RPCs and stuff like that. But hey, this is free speech and this is a free world, and Aurora is trustless and permissionless, so anyone is able to do whatever they want to do at any time when they want to do it. That's it for today. Let me check out the questions in the chat. Okay, big hello to Turkish community. And being a often flyer with Turkish Airlines, I can say hello, Turkey. Yeah. Yeah, obviously there isn't Q&A after the update. Yeah, absolutely. Uh, Will the near ZK rollup be built together with Aurora? There is a ZK Wasm project that is happening. Aurora engineers, Aurora Labs engineers are at the moment tangentially participating in this, so we're not taking a big part in it. It's more on the near protocol team together with Polygon, who is working on this stuff. But obviously, in case there will be a launch of a ZK rollup, we are going to know about this. We're going to participate here quite a lot. So what are we getting for the Aurora we have staked? Serge is asking. So Serge, you're getting more Aurora tokens, and this is the thing that is indicated in the APY on Aurora Plus. Ram is asking, hey Alex, are there documentations to help launch a utility token on Aurora? So, so Ram, there is anything anything that you're able to do on any EVM chain is something that you're able to do directly on the Aurora chain. So there is no any problem of launching the token. So anything. So for example, like out of the top of my head, I can recommend you to go to Open Zeppelin SDK and find out there the examples of the smart contracts that you are able to use as a utility token. Any updates on Orobots? There are not a lot of updates. We are the team that is developing the Aurora Pass is now has now put in the roadmap the support of NFTs there, so people who hold Ouroboros will be able to view this, and obviously we're going to reintroduce at the same time we're going to reintroduce the additional free transactions for the holders of Ouroboros. So ZK rollup means another token. I'm not sure. What's on background? In the background, there is a roadmap for Aurora for 2024. Hopefully you're able to see it. Okay, cool. So it seems like that's it. And Happy New Year in 2024. And let's continue building, continue developing things, and make good progress during this year, and bring the mass adoption of the cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology closer to the reality. Thank you, everybody, and see you next week.